Alright, hello everyone and welcome to Grand Arena. We are in Season 1, Week 3, Round 1. So far I have won both of my brackets, so I am undefeated 6-0, but this is about the time where it may start changing. So tonight I'm up against Peak. Peak is in the guild, The Attack of the Schwartz. I seem to recognize that guild from somewhere, but I can't really place it. I almost want to think it might be someone from Cubs Fan Pon's guild, or an X guild or something. But we can take a quick look at the matchup here. So we are fairly equivalent, pretty much across the board. He has a slight advantage in speed mods. He's got more plus 20s by 5, and he's got a couple of plus 25s, whereas I don't have any. But I do have more 6-dot mods, so I think my mod quantity is a lot better, but his high-end quality is better. So, and you can see that represented right there. So our GPs for the top 80 are pretty equivalent. My overall GP is about 100k more. It's not that big of a difference. He has 2 additional Zetas than I do. Looking at the Gear 12s, we're pretty equivalent. He's got 5 more. Gear 13s, I have 1 additional Gear 13 than he has. We look at the GA stats, which are starting to kind of show how well you're doing in Grand Arena, as opposed to what it would have been a week or 2 weeks ago, where it was just starting out. Our underdog wins, I do have more underdog wins, so I may be a little bit more confident than he is on his offense. My offensive wins are higher than his, and our defensive wins, he has a lot more defensive holds than I do, which tells me that he probably goes very heavy on defense, or he throws some curveballs, something along those lines, to make it a little bit more difficult. We look at the zones cleared. Again, another indication that he probably goes pretty heavy on defense. He has not cleared as many zones as I have. So he's cleared 6 less zones over 6 Grand Arenas. That is very significant. And then rounds 1, I've got 6 rounds 1 versus his 2. So I may have a slight advantage just looking at the GA stats, but our overall matchup is pretty equivalent right here. I did not do a spreadsheet this time around. I've just been kind of too rushed and have not been feeling the spreadsheet. It seems like I do almost the same defense every time, with a little bit of edits here and there. I did look at his roster ahead of time, of course, but I did not do a deep dive. So I can see, he does have a lot of Gear 13s. He has a very, very good roster, very well-rounded, but like I said, I haven't done a deep dive into the speeds, so that's going to probably slow down my battles tonight, because I'm going to have to be looking at mods before I decide what teams I'm going to be using as counters tonight. Okay, so we can go in, we can look at our defenses. I went with Darth Revan and Grievous front wall, as I normally do. No surprises here. This is just a standard Darth Revan team, standard Grievous team. Behind that, I have set some weak sauce. My Gear 8 First Order team, and a Wigs team, Wigs Rebels. Not expecting anything out of those, but maybe they'll take away a banner or two, and that's all that I can hope for. South side, I set my Bounty Hunters and my Night Sister team. I don't have my Spirit yet. She's Gear 8, and I'm just holding on to the gear because I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. If I'm going to be tossing that onto clones or onto something else. With the meta shift is probably going to come pretty soon. I want to make sure that I have enough gear that I can toss onto whatever character is going to be required. So I did not throw any twists in here, so no nest or anything. I got nest safe for offense. And in the back wall behind that, I've got a Carth team, and I set my crappy Ewoks. So I'm not really expecting too much out of my defense, except for hopefully my my Darth Revan and my Grievous team hopefully gonna kind of hold them up there. Alright, so we can look at his teams that he has set now. He of course does have Darth Revan. Same team that I've set. Gear 13 on his HK is the only difference. And alongside that, he has set his Bosk-led bounty hunter team. No Jango even in the team. The only thing I'd be concerned about is the speed on Bosk. 248, pretty slow. My Stark is definitely faster, so my troopers should be able to take care of these without too much difficulty. So I'm going to plan to use my troopers there. For the Darth Revan team, I'm going to plan to use my Padme as the primary counter, which is hopefully going to take out 2 or 3 characters, 4 if I'm lucky, 5 if I'm extremely lucky, and if I fail, then CLS and Thrawn is probably going to be my backup. Down south we have a Geo team, all gear 12, Zedon Brood Alpha, and we have a Carth team. So the Carth team I would normally take a Emperor Palpatine against, but that requires Thrawn, and I'm probably going to need Thrawn to take out the Darth Revan team. So I'm probably going to end up using my JTR against that and saving my EP without Thrawn for somewhere else. So we're going to start by going after these Geos. Geos is going to be a Traya counter, so we're going to use our, not the full Triumvirate. I do think it is a waste to throw Nihilus in this team. So we're going to use Traya and Scion. However, I am not confident in the abilities of Traya and Scion to take out a Geonosian team by themselves. So I do throw 2 additional Sith in there. They're pretty much fodder. I expect them to die. And it will lower your banner count as opposed to using just Darth Traya and Scion. But it is a more secure win. And you saw I did try to select Dooku for a minute, and then I deselected him. That's because his counterattacks and stuns actually can hurt you because you're relying on them attacking out of turn. And if they're stunned, they're not attacking out of turn, so they're not actually doing the... they're not actually killing themselves. But Maul and Sidious, they both have AoEs as well, so they can help to finish them off when they get low. So we're going to go in with this 4-man. It's going to go towards the underdog feat, and we're going to hopefully pull out a win. Most of the time this does work. There is the occasional time where it does not, and hopefully that's not going to be this time. Alright, so my 2 fodder have died, and let's go ahead and we'll throw the Isolate onto the Brute, toss the Protection onto Scion. Scion's going to go ahead and AoE here, and make sure that we get that pain everywhere. I could have avoided doing that pain actually, because they already had pain on everyone. And it's going to hopefully get over to Traya. Let's try to finish Brood Alpha very quickly there. Awesome, and get held by Hatred. I'm going to go after the Soldier here, because he's the highest DPS person that I can hit. I'd prefer, of course, to go after the Spy, but that's not possible at the moment. Finish off Sun Fac. There's Spy's big hit, and now he's able to be targeted. Let's go ahead and go after him. And unfortunately did not kill him, and awesome, he didn't make it under stealth, so we'll finish him off. And now it's just a matter of, can I get back to full health on Scion? So I'm going to try to extend it by attacking the Brute here. Put protection onto him, and there we go. So now I'm at full health. I will not be full protection. and I expect that, but the big thing was just to get to full health. So here we go. 54 banners. Not the best, but I mean, you know, you're not going to get the best when you go Traya versus the Geos, especially not how I do it. You can, like I said, go with just Traya and Scion, but that can get sketchy. Mitch asking, is Jedi Knight Revan worth the Gear 13? You almost have that ready, and it isn't going to mess with your Darth Revan because it's different Gear 13 pieces. I haven't looked very closely at Jedi Revan's Gear 13 pieces. I have, I mean, I have looked at it, but I haven't looked at it closely. I can't remember what the stats are exactly. I don't remember them being amazing. So I probably would not go with Jedi Revan. Okay, so this Carth team will be the next target. We are probably going to go with JTR against it. Because I'm saving my Padme, I'm saving my CLS, I'm saving my Thrawn, so I can't use Palpatine. So yeah, we're going to go with Jedi Rey. And question is, can we save R2? Do we need to save R2? So R2 is great in the Padme team to go against that Darth Revan team, so I would like to save him if I can. And we can use 3PO in place, because I likely will not need 3PO for CLS, especially if I'm having to use CLS as a cleanup. Yeah, we should be fine with using 3PO here. So I have not looked at the mods on this team, but it's usually not going to be that big of a concern. I might have wanted to use Resistance Trooper instead of Scav Ray, but I do have Confuse, which should help to keep Zalbar from taunting. Now I do want to control Juhani, because she has that cleanse, and I don't want her to cleanse the Confuse off of Zalbar there. And we're going to go after Mission first, because she has that Daze, which can be very annoying. Canderous will be next. He's got the next highest damage output and most annoyance. Now that I have him exposed, however, I can go and try to land exposes on other characters to try to prevent them from taking turns. Now they're going to start losing turn meter as I use abilities. So try to get a stun over here on Juhani or an expose, either one will work, and then we can start focusing on these other guys again. Alright, let's go ahead and try to kill off you. Alright, perfect. So at this point we have the battle pretty much completely under control. What I'm going to do now is aim to regen as much protection as I possibly can. So I'm going to be using my special, the taunt from Finn. I'm going to be using, of course, Illuminated Destiny. I'm just going to try, let's get Daze, remove that turn meter. Just going to try to make it back to full protection. Okay, now here I'm going to use the basic from 3PO, because that basic from 3PO, and I'm not going to use the big special because, like I said, I'm trying to extend the fight. But using 3PO's basic will reduce cooldowns on anyone who has three stacks of translation, which means I'm going to be able to get to Finn's heal ability sooner. Now, I may end up killing Zalbar a little too quickly, but there's not much I'm going to be able to do about that. He's going to die next move, so I might as well use Big hit from Scav Ray there. There's another heal. So we are very, very close, but it does not look like I'm going to make it. I don't think that's full protection. I think I am going to be missing one banner here. Yeah, there's no way I can, unless this misses. Yeah, so 59 banners. I was missing one on Finn, but I got it really, really close. Alright, so we can see what's behind this, and that's going to help me to decide what's going to be used back there. Alright, so we have Night Sisters and CLS. CLS on defense is not something I like to see. So he definitely goes heavy on defense. So Jedi Revan would be the ideal counter of what I've got left. I'd like to do a mirror match, like I said, if I could. But I'm probably going to use my CLS as that cleanup for the Darth Revan team. Which means, yeah, I'm probably going to have to use Jedi Revan down there. Now, if he has Grievous behind this zone, then that's going to be really difficult for me to break through. But let's go ahead and let's see if we can't break this Darth Revan wall. If I get really, really lucky, maybe I will be able to use a CLS mirror match against that Rebel team. But here we're going Galactic Republic. We're going to use Padme. We can use R2 in here. And we've got our other three. Alright, so having R2 in here with those stuns will help for after I finish off their Darth Revan. The stun should hopefully be pretty helpful. And all I can do is hope that this works. Sometimes it does, most of the time it does not. But I should at the very least be able to narrow down the field, get rid of most of them, and not have too many guys left over. Okay. Yeah, that's all normal. Okay. So now at this point, I'm going to go ahead and stealth up. Alright, and that got rid of the taunt over there, and now I can focus down on someone else. And HK is going to be the target that I'm going to want to go after. We're going to just do a basic, because if I AoE, I could stand a chance of getting feared, which would cause Revan, or Malak to taunt rather. We'll just basic him, and then this should kill him off. And that's going to be a big majority of their DPS down. After that, we can go ahead and start focusing here on Bastila. I don't think that I can kill off Revan with the 20 stacks even, so we're just going to finish off Bastila real quick. And at this point, I don't want to trigger the bonus turn from Malak, which may happen here if I attack Revan. We're going to try it anyways. I'm going to AoE. Alright, so it did not trigger a bonus turn, which is really good for me. But this very well might if I do an AoE. Could trigger a bonus turn. Could fear him. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to basic against the Sith Trooper, and I'm hoping that okay, so unfortunately I did not get a turn before Malak did. Alright, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and just try to take out Revan. I do not have enough stacks to take him out. Okay, that's good. Here we can go ahead and the AoE will take care of Revan. And I get bonus turn here. I can heal up. And that's going to get rid of that taunt, which is going to come right back because I crit. And here we're going to try to fear, or stun rather. And the stun did land, which is really good. Go ahead and... Awesome, he's down. I very well may end up... Come on. Yes, healing immunity, great. Alright, now do I want to save... Yeah, I'm going to save the heal, which is basic. I'm going to try to get a stun. Didn't land the stun, that's alright. Healing immunity did its job. Go ahead and get some buffs here. Go with some protection up. Okay, bonus turn. Come on. Healing immunity, yes. And he drained there. Perfect. Stun. Sweet. Alright, this is going very, very well. I'll go ahead and just basic. Come on, stun. Yes. Come on, healing immunity. Yes. Stun. Didn't get the stun. Lost her. But, alright. It works. 48 banners. Got it in one shot. Whew. It is not very often that I get to take out a Darth Revan Malak squad in one shot if I don't mirror match it. So that is awesome news for me. It's low banners, but I got it in one shot. So that's 8 banners more than what I would have gotten with the CLS team, and that lets me save CLS to mirror match or to use against something that's in this north back wall. So we're doing really good so far. I have had a low banner count match against his Darth Revan, and I had a low banner count match against his Geos, but that's okay because I one-shot everything so far. Now it's just going to be a matter of efficiency. How efficient can I be for the rest of this? Alright, so let's take a look at the hit points that he has on these other guys. And we're going to find out who I'm going to focus down first with my troopers. So he's got 18 and 43, so he's got 61,000 roughly on Boba Fett. We'll check Greedo. Greedo has about 50,000, maybe 51. But that's much lower, so Greedo's probably going to be the target that I go after. Yeah, way more on Cad Bane as per normal, and I won't be able to focus on Dengar. So Greedo's going to be #1 target. We're going to use our Imperial Troopers. And we ought to be golden. Okay. So let's go. I know that I know my Stark is faster than their boss by probably about 15 or so speed, so I'm good there. We'll focus on Greedo, increase their cooldowns, and let's take him out, hopefully. Come on. There we go. Alright, so our turn meter train is starting. We're focusing now on Boba Fett. Let's do the death mark so that he doesn't come back. And we're focused on Cad Bane. And Cad Bane is down, so now we focus on Boss. And Boss should be going down here. There we go. And now it's just Dengar left. And there we go. So 60 banners. That's what you want to see when you're using troopers. And we get to see what's behind door number 2. Weak sauce. Alright, so we have a Nest solo here. And probably undersized CLS probably against that guy. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take care of these, the more difficult teams first. We're going to take care of the Night Sisters. And we are going to use my current favorite counter. My favorite counters do change from time to time. Right now, my favorite counters for Night Sisters is Geos. So we're going to go in here and we're going to get some 60 banners. I haven't even looked at their mods. I don't even care. Alright, so we're going to focus on Daka first. That's one death from zombie. Alright, there's the plague. No big deal. Plague is not the concern. Kind of want to try to ability block Ventress, so let's go for that ability block. Awesome. And that's why I called Boggle. We're going to go for an ability block over here on Talia, because she has that cleanse and land. Okay, go ahead and do that. And she's gonna die. That's the second death, so now I can focus on old Daka. Alright, so now we can heal up, and that's gonna cleanse all the stuns. And we can focus on Daka, get her out of there. And then we'll focus on Asajj, we'll get her out of there. And then we'll focus on Talzin. We'll call Spy for the additional damage. And she's down. Alright, so now we'll just kill off the zombie a few times. I don't think I still have a feat to kill with the separatists, but this is kind of also a demonstration of basically how you do 60 banners. You can just continue to kill off the zombie over and over and over again, and every time you use a basic with the Geos, they regen protection and they have a lot of lifesteal. And then when you're ready, you just swap your target over to the last Night Sister, you kill her off, and then you kill the zombie one last time. And this also helps to get your feat complete if you have the kill 24 enemy characters with separatists. This will complete that feat in one battle. So nice easy 60 banners pretty much every time. It is a little bit more difficult if you have a Talzin lead and over a Asajj lead, but it still does work. And that's just, the calls to assist from the grave, whatever. Okay, so we have now CLS team. We're going to take our Jedi Revan in here. Full squad Jedi Revan. And Hoda will be our 5th. I think, yeah, Hoda's going to be our 5th for that extra protection recovery. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it to 60 banners. As, I mean, it is a CLS team. CLS can be kind of a pain in the butt, but we'll go with the most efficient we can. Lots of damage there already on my lovely Grandmaster Yoda. Let's go cleanse that stun. We'll go ahead and spread some foresight around. And let's finish off Chewie real quick. Take care of him as soon as we can. Stun him. Okay, or take him out. That works too. Alright, so from here, let's go after their next biggest damage dealer. Let's take out Han. And we're aiming to regen protection, which is why I'm calling Revan to assist there. Okay, that's good. Let's grab the stealth, and Yoda can attack Skywalker. Let's go ahead and we're going to use that to regen some more protection. You can kill off Skywalker, spread the buffs, just kind of trying to extend the fight just a little bit and try to regen as much protection as I possibly can. We'll toss this over to Hermit Yoda. And Hermit Yoda can call an assist. We'll do it over here. Let's remove that turn meter, probably kill him. And 60 banners. Awesome. Okay, so the front zone, I was definitely hurting a little bit on those banners on the front zone, but I'm definitely also making them up on the back zone. So here we now have just crew and the Ewoks. Nest should be able to solo these Ewoks. We take a quick look at Logray's potency. He does have a potency set, 2 potency sets. So he's at 78%. Still don't think that's enough to really worry about. He may land some dazes, but I don't think it'll be enough. Or I could play it safe and I can throw in Qira on the team. How geared is Elder? His Elder is gear 12. I think I might want to play it safe. I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna throw Qira in with Nest. I'm pretty certain that my Nest can solo that. She has high tenacity. But that Logray does have me a little bit worried. So yeah, we're gonna do this. Nah, Mitch, I already ate. I had a, I ate at a, what do you call it? Peruvian chicken. I ate at a Peruvian chicken place tonight. It was delicious. I should be able to just auto battle. I've got Elder targeted, so Elder should die quickly, hopefully, and then Logray will be the next target. There's that daze that I was a little bit afraid of. So I resisted the first daze, and I got hit by the second one. But at least under the Qira lead, I do have that that extra protection regen, so I'm not as afraid of. Okay, so there's a second daze. But yeah, I'm not as afraid of dying. Once like the daze wears off and I can't get the counterattacks, because I'll always be full protection. Okay, there we go. I've had 2 nice hits really on Elder. Alright, so there's a daze again, so I've got dazed 3 times. Or 2 out of 3 times I've been dazed. So, definitely a good idea that I brought in my, my Qira. And, wow, that got rid of a lot of them. Okay, there he goes. And there goes Elder. Alright, yeah, that's over. Bam. Okay. So nice 60 banners again. And now we've got just the crew team left. I'm gonna take a quick look at feats. So I got win a battle with a full squad of separatists complete. And I got handle the Republic, defeat 24 with Galactic units. Galactic Republic units. So that's done. And okay, so I'm at 6 out of 12. I'll be 7 out of 12 after the end of this one. And I still have to do those. That's alright. Okay. So let's go on in here and we can go ahead and we can CLS this team. We're gonna do the full trio, just to be safe. Like CLS and Han might be able to do it by themselves. CLS and Chewie maybe, but I'm just gonna be safe. Oh man. These poor guys. Alright, so 62 banners there. Okay, so we had a really nice run today. 1,903 banners. Against a Darth Revan team, a Bosk team, Carth team, Geonosians, CLS, and Night Sisters. This was a fairly stacked defense. It's like it could have been better. Like they could have put Padme on there. They could have put Jedi Revan on there, right? And that would have made things so much more difficult. Just the fact, though, that I was able to one-shot the Darth Revan team, that just made things so much better for me. I mean, I still had like Emperor Palpatine left over. Maybe a few others. Like, I mean, I still had Thrawn. So, like, I definitely had some leftovers that could have been used in places. If they had other higher, like, other hard defenses, like if they had Padme set, my Palpatine would have been able to take it out because I still had Thrawn available. I didn't have to use my CLS against the Ewok team, right? I could have used a different team. Or, not the Ewok, the First Order team. I could have used something else there. But I was just using kind of powerful characters that I had left over, so... yeah, that's, so that's the end of Grand Arena Championships, Week 3, Round 1. Hope you guys enjoyed. And we will be back in 2 days for the next round of offense. If you liked the video, please feel free to hit a like, feel free to subscribe, leave a comment. If you have any kind of questions or comments about the counters that I use, feel free. And yeah, I hope to see you in a couple of days, so have a good one.